Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle. Now then, this man really is a legend, perhaps the legend, a revolutionary, the father of a philosophy. He is, of course, Jim, Johan Cruyff.
We'd have no total football without him, Peter. No tiki-taka either.
One of the best of all time. Some say the best, and certainly one of the most influential.
Without a doubt, pure class.
And here's Bale. And he was alert to it.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Now it's Pedri. Good running, strong and purposeful. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Conte. Nice looking ball. He's in plenty of space here. Platini picks it up out wide. And that was nowhere near his best. Messi. Oh, they can break here. Tonali, and it's Michel Platini. No lack of adventure up to now, just no breakthrough. Vieri touches it back.
Well, he just didn't have any support.
And here's Bale. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Cruyff. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, that's a key interception. Now it's Bale. Looking to play him in. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Strokes it back. Pedri.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Well, good play on the left-hand side here. Bale, Cannavaro wins the duel this time. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Pedri driving forwards.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Tries to pass it through. Pass is just off target. Now he's off and running. Vieri. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
The referee's awarded a free kick. Bale is behind this one. And we have the first dead ball situation of the game. Promising one. Bale! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And he smashing header! Just off target.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Yaya Toure. Aimed beyond the defence. That is great defending, so alert. Conte. And it's Michel Platini. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And this is Vieri. He has found the way through. He rises! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Bale. And that's a dangerous ball. A lot of space ahead of him. He is just caressing the ball. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Nice interception, well timed. Forward it goes. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Now it's Vieri. No, it's come to nothing. And now they can clear their lines and claimed it back swiftly. And we've reached half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0.
Substitution in progress.
And we're off again.
Birmingham are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
This might spell danger. Now that is commitment to the cause. And we have our very first corner. Platini plays it short. And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's Tonali. Cruyff looking to be a menace in the final third.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And he's gone looking for safety. Platini is onto it in a flash. And he's taking no chances there. Tonali. So what can they make of this? Yaya Toure tries to play it through. Pedri! Oh, the ball's run loose here. That's really well cleared. 0-0 still. It's a game that needs a bit of life injected. Thuram. Oh, that's well spotted. And here's Bale. Now it's Pedri. Incoming. He's got full. Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
That's a risky ball, you've got to say. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, they're looking at the ref, and it's been given away. Messi. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Tonali. Now this could be a chance. Messi. And this is Ronaldo. Cannavaro. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, and Cruyff! He scores! The breakthrough strike. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Substitution on the field. Number 9.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Platini.
A 1-0 lead established.
15.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc.
Shoot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Turan with the clearance.
Coming on the field.
Well,
Number
that's certainly
7.
more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now,
Number
Peter.
16.
They're coming again and again.
Number
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Number 33. Zanetti. Number 37.
Nesta kept his eye on it, and he's
Substitution.
there. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's picked and a chance! And for a moment, time stood still.
Well, it wasn't the best pass, was it? The apologetic look says it all, really. He knows he could have got his team in real trouble then.
Zanetti. Lopez. No outsmarting him this time.
Birmingham really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. And he can clear it away. Dealt with nicely by the defence.
Substitutions taking place.
Nesta. That's going to go a long way. And that's been won straight back. Now Costa Curta. Steaming on goalwards. Now it's Mbappe. Van Dijk can get it clear. Cleared without hesitation. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Nesta proves too strong, too smart. And here's Bale, closing in on goal.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Now it's Bale. Mohamed Salah. Now it's Mohamed Salah. He is through here. Bale. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. Oh, well played, well played.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Oh, that's neat. Mohamed Salah. Decent progress down the left. Vermin. So that's it. It is all over. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that.
And a quick announcement for
So
the
what do you
benefit
take
of
away
anybody
from it
who
all,
has
Jim?
found themselves
Look,
under
I
the
think a
water
draw
today.
might have been a much
Please
fairer
look at the
result
screen for
today.
information
It's just
on
that
how
one
to find your
crucial
way
second
around
half
this
goal.
stadium.
That's what cost them.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin. And Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle, and here we go.
David Villa, Jim, a little gem amongst strikers.
Yeah, I think there are probably two things that set him apart, Peter. First, the ability to mould himself into any formation the team wants, often ploughing a lonely furrow up front. And second, having such a hugely impressive goal-scoring record, despite often being burdened with having to take free kicks and corners.
Put it all together, and you've got one of the finest strikers of his generation.
Exactly.
That's a lovely, neat pass. And he's managed to get free. Plenty to aim at here. Puskás. Van Dijk did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. That is good alertness. And it's Bale. He was under real pressure there. Seedorf. Matheus Cunha. He's shifting through the gears here. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. The less said about that pass, the better. Nothing significant to report up to this point, but we are still very early in the game. Rijkaard. David Villa, and now the breakaway. Van der Ven kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. He's going to be disappointed with that. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Now it's Puskás. Tries to play it through. He has found a way through. He's got full. Barcelona have fired themselves in front.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
He's through, now is he in? Now it's Matheus Cunha. Oh, there's a probing ball. Platini powering forward here.
Birmingham are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Oh, outsmarting him this time. And here's Bale. Big chance! It's loose now. Oh, what has happened here? And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Rijkaard has a look and plays it forward. Plays it in low.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And that has left him in a heap. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Barcelona looking to pass their way through. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Now there's a fine ball. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now it's Puskás. Leicester is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. And it's Cruyff. And this is Puskás. Seedorf. Tonali. And he's being shifted off it.
Birmingham certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Moved on forwards. Gives it back. And that could set him on his way. And he was alert to it. Now it's Vieri. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Shapes to shoot! Sticks it away! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Now it's Villa. Crunching tackle. Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Dixon. He's a sharp little ball here. That's been cut out. Well played. And that is as far as they're going to go.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Matías Cunha. Looking to play him in. Rijkaard. And the whistle goes for half-time. Reflections on the first half?
Birmingham really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
Or any other paid parking facilities in the area.
And we're off again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try...
Oh, shooting chance! (3-0) and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Vieri looking for options for movement. Matías Cunha. Now it's Puskás.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Platini aims beyond the defence. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Puskás. Seedorf. Rijkaard. Oh, super find. Just the keeper to beat! And Cruyff! He's kicked it out, just.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Matías Cunha. Matías Cunha's cross. Cruyff! Outstanding save to keep that out.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Corner number 2 then. Puskás with the short one. And now a sudden chance to counter. Some really good ball movement. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Villa. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And it's David Villa! And how good was that? About as smooth as it gets. Result no longer in doubt. It's just about how many. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish. And he's done it again. He's got his second.
Substitution on the field. Number 9.
We have got changes here from both sides, in
Number
fact.
10.
It's become a case of men against
Number
boys.
15. Tonali.
Pinches it off him.
Number 8. Conte.
David Villa.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Now that looks a decent ball. Doué has it in a wide position. He's got away. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Substitution.
That's good play. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. No way through there. Now it's Messi, driving forward.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Raul. And this is Messi. Nesta simply refused to be outdone there. Rijkaard. Raul will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, good-looking ball. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the through ball. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Now that's well seen too. And it's Rice. Thinks about the shot. There's the shot! Oh, the ball's run. Oh, he's been caught now. In he goes again! It's in! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Well, they have a goal, but it is surely too much to hope for a comeback. Raul. Rijkaard. And here's Bale. He's picked his way through. You've got to be quick to recover this. Vermaelen did well to stay calm there. Now it's Villa. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. David Villa going face-to-face with his great rival. Bale. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Seedorf.
That's going in strongly.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Threads one in. Doué. Can he finish? Oh, how's that for a goal? A finish right from the top draw.
I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
Things looking so... Real chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he's following up! Just cruising! They are cruising! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and
There will be
you can't
5
blame
minutes
them.
added time.
Barcelona are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. And he'll shoot here! And he's missed it. Five minutes to add. Rijkaard gets a good foot in there. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe ploughing through the middle. And that's that. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. Aside... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So that's got things underway.
Peter, if you're looking for a defensive blueprint, then look no further than Alessandro Nesta.
There's nothing he hasn't got, is there?
As complete a stopper as I can remember, he just loves to defend and he's always willing to put his body on the line.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Fermin. Nesta cuts it out. Tries to play it through. Gattuso. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bale might just make this. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he's picked out the run. He's shifting through. Decent chance! Dixon. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Fermin. Oh, there's a probing ball. Platini. And this is Vieri. And the shot! Same again, same outcome.
Birmingham really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. Brazil are looking to go forward now. It's Seedorf. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Gattuso. That is lovely. Gattuso's cross. Cannavaro clears it away. So we're still where we started right now. Platini can see things others simply cannot. Del Piero. Now it's McAllister. Conte. Now what about a counter-attack? Now it's Vieri. And it's made its way to him. He is through here. He's had a shot! He's delivered all right! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Looking for the run. Del Piero providing an outlet on that flank. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Threads one in. Oh, that was vital. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Platini. And he's being shifted off it. And it's Lopez. And here's Lopez. That's a good ball. Cannavaro gets it clear. Now that's well seen too. Knocks it into space.
Birmingham can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Gattuso. Conte. Platini. He's picked his way through. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Del Piero. Nicely spread.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Conte. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
That looks a good ball through. And he's managed to get free. Well, now it's a race. Big chance! And the referee brings the first half to a close. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Birmingham certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing, don't leave the door open for the opposition.
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and two between them at half-time. So we're just settling back into this second half. And this is Bale. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Gattuso. Now it's Del Piero. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Tonali. Vieri.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Del Piero.
Bale really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And he cuts out the supply. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Looking for options for movement. And a chance! Has fallen kindly here. A case now of complete control. Vieri is onto this. That's good pressure, good intensity. Could be danger here. Platini. That's an excellent interception. Fermin. And he plays one through. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. That has been cut short. 60 minutes played.
Well, Peter, he's looking particularly sharp.
And certainly on the hunt for his personal treble.
Yeah, and I certainly wouldn't go against that, although he may keep an eye on the bench for fear of being taken off.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred him.
Tries a shot! And it's there! It is no contest. It is a landslide. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
It's become a case of men against boys.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Ah, good steal, he just read it. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Del Piero. Fermin. That's a nicely shaped ball. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Vieri. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Bale. He's found a way through. Takes a shot! McAllister driving on and making good progress. Half an hour gone in the second half. Vermeer. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Big chance, corner.
Substitutions taking place.
It's their second corner of the game. That has been knocked clear. It's gone for a throw-in. Chooses to go cross-field. Costa Curta. Great vision. Might be danger here. And the shot! They've scored! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
Things looking so easy, almost... And the finish! Oh, he's kept it out, that's a great save.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
And he gets rid in a hurry. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Can he get on the end? Chance! Corner number 2 then. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Goes for a shot! And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, Red, nice interception. Gattuso. Now it's Vieri. He might be in here. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity.
Bale! Brilliant! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Irrepressible, imperious, that's what makes him what he is. Oh, that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look effortless, clearly a training ground perfectionist.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to...
It's Vieri! There will be 4 extra minutes. Now it's Vieri. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Good ball over the top. And this is Bale. He's found a way through. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Now it's Dani Olmo. And there goes the final whistle. Well, this is a side which is purring, picture perfect. To win, they will relish having pulverised what was put in front of them. It was a pulsating performance. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And that gets things running. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, I don't think you're going to get many defenders who are as good as this fella, Koundé. When it comes to building from the back, I mean, he's always boasted impressive forward passes, where you see him hit the front line with diagonals, switch play. He's got a great, varied passing game, but I really have been surprised at how good a ball carrier he is.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Rijkaard. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And it's Koundé. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Platini, he's got away. Tries to pass it through, and this is Forlan. Oh, Red, nice interception. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Rijkaard. And here's Bale. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Big chance, must be... It's Forlan! Goal, Germany! First blood drawn. You don't keep those outs. He knew, he just knew.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated.
Birmingham are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Van de Ven. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now that's a lovely exchange. He's through, now is he in? Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against Platini! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And that's aimed into the middle. Decent chance! Oh, it rattles the bar. Oh, sweet feet. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be.
That appeared to...
He's having a shot! Griezmann. And this is Hullet. Now it's Hullet. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Rijkaard. Forlan. Now it's Fernandez. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Forlan. Real chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
Forlan really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Bruno Fernandes plays it short. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Now it's Forlan. Tonali. Platini. Always onto this. Now can he find a finish? Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's tidy. Rice. Tonali.
Griezmann.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And it's Griezmann. Boy, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
Birmingham certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
And he's found... Goes for a shot!
They've got to be quick to recover this. Fernandez. Griezmann. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Now it's Bale. That's good play. Rice. Forlan has found the net here, of course. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Bale. Dixon.
There will be 1 minute
Hangs
added
one
time.
in. That's a decent clearance.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And this is Forlan. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
It's
Just
a
a quick
dressing room
reminder
that
today,
needs
please refrain
rousing
from
at half-time,
talking
because in
outside
truth
the
they've
stadium.
not really been
Thank
at
you
it
very
so
much for your
far.
cooperation.
If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Substitutions taking place.
That gets things going for the second half.
Birmingham can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Oh, super ball. Hullet. Good read, needed to be. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Germany clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Griezmann. Bellingham. Rijkaard did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Mosquera. And it's Koundé. Forlan is herring after that one. Now it's Bellingham. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Picked out brilliantly. Germany are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack.
It's Bale! Now, who's going to be first to this? Well, he's going to be disappointed with that.
That was lovely, that.
Now it's Forlan. And here's Platini. That has ended up in no man's land. And here's Bale. He can get that clear.
Birmingham really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Nesta gets over and intercepts. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Van der Ven cuts it out. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Bale. So what can they make of this? Bale. And the pass is intercepted. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Birmingham are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances.
Griezmann. Now it's Hullet. That is a great pick out. Costa Curta gets a foot in here. Tonali is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, what a ball! Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game.
Substitution on the field. Number 9.
To square things up.
Vieri. Number 10.
That is some save from the hair.
15.
Oh, what a cracking save from the keeper.
41.
That may turn out to be psychologically pivotal.
Number 37. Van de Ven. Coming on the
Koundé
field.
makes the
Number
interception.
7.
It's run loose here.
Number 17. Etebrisson.
It's a
Number
lovely,
16.
neat pass.
Fermin.
The most accurate
Number
pass.
33. Zanetti.
They may end up with
Number
some
3.
regret with this tactic,
Cannavaro.
but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And it's Zanetti. Now it's Forlan. And it's been played through. Oh, that's fabulous. Real chance here. Flashes. Chance, surely! It's a goal! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Germany are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Rijkaard. Oh, that's a key interception. Nicely aimed pass. Passing is crisp and sharp. Vermeer! Off the... and he's following up! We have got ourselves a game here.
Has been indicated.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily have won, ultimately decided by just the odd goal. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Look, Peter, a strength in any team has to be at the heart of your defence, and I'm afraid they were found wanting in that department.
So, just time for... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours,
Hello,
it might not
everybody,
feel
and
like that.
welcome to today's
The stadium
match.
is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And we're underway. Well, there's little new to say about this man. Majestic, regal, known as Le Roi by his countrymen. He is footballing royalty. The man is, of course, Michel Platini.
Well, Peter, I don't think I've seen a better all-round attacking midfielder. Certainly not in Europe. He is very close to being the perfect number 10. OK, people may say he lacks a little bit of stamina and defensive contribution, but for his attacking football and his ability to take in the landscape, there's no one better.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Milan couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Now it's Ronaldinho. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. There's the shot! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed.
Shot, surely! Goal, Milan! And Milan have the lead. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
So, a breakthrough already. Now it's Del Piero. Well, it looks a good ball through. Platini.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And he has shown him a yellow card. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here.
Well, he was the one player you had to keep away from the area. Not the best way to do it, though. Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
Decent hit from there. Vieri.
Birmingham are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And this is Vieri. He's through, now is he in? Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Great chance! And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Aimed beyond the defence. Platini plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Now it's Platini. And the through ball. And this is Vieri. Just the goal. Oh, shooting chance! He scores! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch.
Terrific header! It's there!
And the lead lost, no time at all.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So all square and not for the first time.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
And he's quick to snatch it back. He's a sharp little ball here. And that's a dangerous ball. He can get that clear. And that's a throw-in. And that's definitely not his best. Ronaldinho. Zola is someone with real dynamite in his boots. And it's Cruyff. Cruyff will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. That ball looks a good one. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Birmingham clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Pass is just off target. Vieri. Zanetti. Now it's Bale. That's a little off target. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Cruyff. Cruyff takes control of it, and And Cruyff! He's done very well to get to that.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Del Piero goes short.
There will be 3 minutes.
It's loose here. Oh, what has happened here? And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. And this could be the final action of the first half. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Spread out to the left. Now it's Ronaldinho. Milan can try it again now. Corner number 3 coming up. Keeper's dealt with that. Rijkaard. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement. Terrific half, 4 goals split evenly, beautifully set up for the second period to follow.
Milan kick off the second half. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Nesta kept his eye on it, and he's there. It's a pretty loose pass. Cannavaro. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And he's worked it through, and this is Bale. He's got away. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
That appeared...
He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. And he's going to have his name taken.
Well, that's called taking one for your team, because a one-on-one situation was about to develop.
And it's Rijkaard. And this is Vieri. He's having a shot! And that's caused a worry or two.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Zola going face-to-face with his great rival. Pedro Neto. Shot could be on. Zanetti. Bale. And this is Vieri. Oh, played right into his path. He's found a way through. And a chance! It's hit the upright. And he nearly went all the way.
He's absolutely full of energy here. Definitely had the right idea. A shame he just couldn't finish it off.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Platini with the short one. And here's Platini. Nice control. Oh, super ball! Cannavaro getting this one clear. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Now it's Bale.
Oh, great feat, that.
And he's managed to get free. And the shot! And that was very necessary. And here's Vieri. Ronaldinho. And the counter-attack is on for Milan. Now Tonali. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Platini showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Rafael Varane. Nicely weighted. Bale! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Bale has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
Substitution on the field. Number 9.
So, time for changes
Vieri.
on both sides, actually.
Number 10, Platini. Number 15, Tonali. Number 3,
Pedro Neto.
coming on the field.
Concentration
Number
levels
7,
are very good, and so is the
Mbappe.
commitment. This game
Number
could yet
17,
yield a winner.
Eto'o. Number 41, Rice. Number 37,
It's Bale!
Van de Ven.
Oh,
Substitutions
should have
taking
put that
place.
away. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. It's their second corner of the game. They've played it short. Applies the finish! And that's a real chance missed. He won't be happy with that one. Now it's Kubo. Nesta goes sliding in. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
That pass has been well intercepted. Xavi Alonso.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Zola on a charge down the left.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Tries from distance. It's a threatening ball. Shot at goal! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Pedro
2
Neto.
added minutes has been indicated.
That's gone loose. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Played into space. That's beautifully weighted.
That's good defensive concentration.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead.
And if you do have
Your
a chance
reflections
today,
then, Jim.
please take some time
Birmingham
out to give
certainly
your support
had
to
some
our
good
best
moments,
stadium
Peter.
grounds.
There were plenty of encouraging spells that more should have been made of.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it's away we go then.
Patrick Vieira is a man of many qualities. The leadership has to be top of the pile.
He's not just a destroyer, is he? He is the enforcer.
True, there's so much more to his game. Quite comfortable in driving the...
Terrific header! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Hunes clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Oh, perfectly measured that. Decent chance! I doubt very much that this was in the script. And he was quick to react. And here's Romario. Now it's Platini. Costa Curta cuts it out. Oh, well played, well sorted out.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Ferdinand. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Real chance! And yes, it's there! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
And a trademark move ends with the and the finish! So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Rice. And it's Michel Platini. Looking for the run. Big chance! He scored! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
So the lead now is 2.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Vieri. And here's Romario. He's away. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Now it's Romario. And this is Romario. And Romario! Oh, that is beautiful! Romario! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy. Just one goal in it now. Game on! The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backup.
Vieri! Oh, it's come loose. Ernest. Now who's going to be first to this? Threads one in. Shot could be... Can he finish? Sticks it away! A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Now it's Romario. Tries to play it through. He's picked his way through. Tries a shot! They've scored! back to within one. Interesting. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
And now he has two. We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Yeah. Best. And the counter is on. Great vision. He's on it. Oh, shooting chance! We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Pieri. Can he get on the end of this? So much time and space here. Shapes to shoot! It's in! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Crunching tackle. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Now it's Platini. Bale. Chance! Hernes. Could move up a gear here.
3 minutes added time.
Driving forward. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, just skips past his man. Yeah. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. He's found a way through. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And he's going to have his name taken. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort. I do hope it's nothing serious. Well, it was a chance, but meat and drink. And it's half-time here. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement. It has been end-to-end here, a glut of goals and just one between them. More excitement seems certain.
Is now on sale in the stadium hall.
Substitution.
Here we go again. Oh, that's a key interception. And that is as far as they're going to go. And he's quick to snatch it back. But that has not gone well. Romario might just make this. Hernes, searching pass he's played there. And he's there to get it away. River Plate have got it back and they'll have another go.
Substitution on the field. Number 9.
So time for change. And this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Platini. Coming on the field. Number 7. Mbappe. Number 16. Fermin.
Looking for options for movement. He's dealt with that really well. Hernes.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Costa Curta kept aware. And it is reclaimed easily. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Hernes. And it's Conte. He's in a great position here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. That ball looks a good one. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And he's intervened well there. Ernest. And he cuts out the supply. And here's Lopez. And here's Mbappe. Well, that looks a decent... And the shot! Ernest. Best, a player who needs no introduction. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bale. Now it's Rice. Bale. Plays it in low. Costa Curta getting this one clear. Best. Costa Curta. And that's really well manoeuvred. He's having a shot! Oh, it's come off the upright. And it's Rice. And this is Bale. Fermin. Oh, good read. There's the shot! No mistake! There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Substitution in progress.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. So the lead now is 2.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
Oh, what has happened here? Shot, surely! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Fermin deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Substitution on the field. Number 3.
And we have our very first corner.
Number 41, Rice. Number 8,
Fermin with a short one.
coming on the field.
And here's Lopez.
Number 37.
Referee's given a throw.
Number 15, Tonali. Number 33, Zanetti.
Into the last quarter of an hour. Good ball, good take. Takes a shot! Oh, crossbar!
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Now it's Hullet. And a chance! This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
Tries to pass it through.
River Plate really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
And he's in on goal. Shoots! And that could come back to haunt them.
Well, the lead may be fragile, but the keeper was focused and strong.
Corner number 2 then. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And now they can spring out of defence. Played with speed from back to front. Mbappe for Bale. Tonali. Nicely weighted ball.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Nice bit of skill, and he's away. He's in space and looking for options. He is through here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
It's a pretty loose pass. 4 added minutes on the board. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Bale. And here's the chance to counter. Now it's Mbappe. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Roberto Carlos is looking to influence the game from out wide. And he shoots! And that is it. The equaliser just wouldn't come. It is over. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win. And it came down to one decisive moment.
In wishing our birthday boy
So, Jim, how do you reflect on... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So that's got things underway. Well, now the opposition are going to have to find something pretty special to stop Lionel Messi today, aren't they, Jim?
Yeah, the man is an absolutely born winner. You just feel that with him on the pitch, anything is possible.
And what's more, he brings out the best in his teammates.
Yeah, I think he just gives them that confidence that they can overcome whatever the opposition throws at them, and he leads by example, of course.
Bale! It's bounced back off the post. Oh, that is asking for trouble. He's having a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Birmingham definitely are on top of things in these early stages, Peter. If this is how they intend to go on, I think the opposition might see some trouble.
Oh, that's well spotted. He has found the way through. Messi. In by Messi. Oh, what a clock! It's hit the upright. Goal! Japan! And Japan are in front. Neymar duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's Bale! Oh, taken with style. They're level in a trice.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
He might be in here! Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Adriano in the hunt and looking threatening.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Messi!
What an absolute shame. The composure and imagination to set himself free. He should be locked up after that.
Rijkaard. That has ended up in no man's land. Messi. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Tonali. Rijkaard. And they're back on the ball again. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
Vieri really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Rijkaard. And here's Vieri. Is there any support? Real chance! Oh, it's a stunning goal! About as smooth as it gets. And the game is well and truly turned on its head. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Zanetti, he gets big! No, he didn't quite meet it right.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Pirlo conjures time and space where few can. Costa Curta. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Pirlo. Tonali. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Adriano. He's had it taken off him. No, that's been intercepted. Cannavaro. Can he get on the end of this? Aims beyond the defence. Skillfully cut out. He's had a shot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
He's a lucky boy there. You lose the ball like that, and usually you're going to get punished.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And this is Adriano. Half-time getting close now. And this is Drogba. Oh, that's neat. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Vieri. And now the breakaway. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Messi. Well read, nice interception. Vieri.
Minutes has been indicated.
Cannavaro. Neymar. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, important interception. Now he's got space here. Not the most accurate pass. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. The midway point of the game.
Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one, just enjoy it.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. And we're underway again. Can he get it through? Conte. Passing is crisp and sharp. DiMarco. Drogba. Now it's DiMarco.
That was lovely, that.
He's found a way through. That is good strength. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Vieri. Passing nice and neat. Platini. Oh, look at the space here. Great challenge, time to perfection. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Conte tries to play it, and the shot!
Substitutions taking place.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
They've seen the light, and the opposition have been left in the dark.
That has been cut short. Conte. Japan appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that...
He's going for goal! Ambitious, but just off target.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
It's a pretty loose pass. Cavani. It's Cavani! Oh, it's a beauty! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And the lead is extended still further. It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
It's starting to look like a done deal now.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. That's good running with the ball. Gets a good foot in there. Now it's Cavani. He is through here. Conte. And here's the chance to counter. And he's managed to get free. And he shoots! Brilliant! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Over the hills and far away. And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.
And a quick reminder today that parking in the area around the stadium is strictly forbidden. Please use parking provided by the club or any other paid parking facilities in the area.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, River Plate have always been considered the uptown club amongst those in the Argentine capital, but the supporters, believe me, are no less passionate or loud. And as you can see, we've already started here.
Peter, we're about to see how good Lilian Thuram is. Besides being physically imposing and quick, he's very intelligent and usually that crucial split second ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, fabulous reader of the game.
And pretty much got it all.
And this is Neymar, and the shot! It's a pretty loose pass. River Plate have it back and can go again. This might spell danger. And he's intervened well there. Neymar. Hullet. Adriano. Nice defending, it's got the job done. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And here's Hullet.
Pretty robust defending.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
I just think, though, that was selfish and a little uncalled for. He must have been aware that he had options to his left.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Platini. Look at the space here. Saliba, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. It's Vieri! Plenty to enjoy about the build-up there, not so much the finish.
Vieri really did pass up on a good opportunity then, but some of the build-up play was absolutely majestic.
And it's Pedri. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Conte. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Great defending, strong and determined. Tonali. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And this is Hullet. Adriano. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Well played right into his path. Thuram goes sliding in.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Conte. Now it's Bale. Neymar.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Can he get it through? He can run on. Adriano! Adriano! What a goal! A finish of true class! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
River Plate are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Now it's Bale, and that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Carl's just lacking in accuracy. Messi. And that's put paid to a promising move. Adriano. That's a super give and go. Cannavaro makes the interception. Bale chasing after it. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, well measured. Vieri. Oh, he's bustling through here. Can he finish? And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. Now it's Platini. He's having a shot! That has certainly made things interesting.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Birmingham clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And he's managed to get free. Messi. Pedri. Passing is crisp and sharp. Vieira. Well, that pass isn't the best.
Se agregará un minuto al tiempo reglamentario.
No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. That is lovely, and he's lost his man here. No foul, says the referee. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I don't think either side will have too much to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far. So it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. And so we're off again. Takes a shot! That is special! Gareth Bale!
Surprise, surprise. Who else? The ideal time and the ideal man to do it. This is going to liven up the second half. Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
And this is Messi.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
He gets big. Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
And it's Messi. Cannavaro cuts it out. Now it's Vieri. That looks a good ball through. He's found a way through. Thuram did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Platini was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And here's Bale. Bale is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Vieira is offering some sort of an apology there. Vieri gets... and he shoots! So the lead now is 2.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Looking tidy in possession here. Vieira. Messi. Pedri. Oh, played right into his path. Vieri purring through the gears. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And this is Vieri. Well, they've got it again. Oh, that is a nice touch. River Plate needed that. They really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
It's Vieri! Vieri! Amazing! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And the lead is extended still further. It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. So time for change. And this one has been on the cards for a little while. So now the difference is 3.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Conte. Platini. Totti. Threads one in. Oh, that was vital. And this is Vieri. Well timed, excellent interception. Now, can they get him away? Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And he's straight offside. It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Conte. That has been cut short. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Oh, well measured. And he's away. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Conte. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
No, I was on the edge of my seat then. He just took on one too many.
Pele! And somehow he kept it out.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
In by Messi. Danger averted for now. He's had a shot! Oh, didn't catch it right. It's their second corner of the game. Rijkaard deals with that comfortably. Good take, and is he in? The final 5 minutes. Vieira. Nice looking ball. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Saliba gets across to intercept that. And it's Tonali. Vieira. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's a sharp pass. Leicester cuts out the pass. 4 added minutes on the board. Saliba spots it and intercepts. Vieri. Can he finish? And he's following up. Yes! Yet another goal in an awesome performance. They are in complete charge. Not so much sophistication as it's Vieri! And he seemed certain to get the 6th. And we're done. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle, and here we go.
Well, Peter, we're about to watch a terrific defender in Carlos Puyol. He'll lead by example and continually organise. His appetite and attitude to the game is absolutely fabulous. There's an awful lot to enjoy about his play.
And he exudes charisma.
He does, and I just love his leadership.
Shapes to shoot! And he's done it!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Rijkaard did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Passing is crisp and sharp. And it's Bale. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Now it's Villa. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over. He's having a shot! They've done it! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
So that's 2 now without reply.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Platini will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And claimed it back swiftly. And here's Bale. Vieri. Oh, it's Van Basten. Chance here to counter. Time and again they are repelled. Rijkaard kept his eye on it, and he's there. Platini. Tonali conjures time and space where few can. Gerrard. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Vieri. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rijkaard. Vieira.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Cannavaro. Rice. It's a good spell of possession, this.
Vieri really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And here's Messi. Van Basten. Oh, that's an excellent interception. It's a quick ball upfield. Now it's Bale. That pass isn't the best. Triol. That's Rijkaard.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Now it's Villa. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Now it's Platini. Platini. Messi. Oh, it's come loose. Oh, that's a key interception.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Now it's Villa. And this is Van Basten. Oh, just skips past his man. And he shoots! That has been knocked clear. Platini. And it's Messi. Gerrard. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's had it nicked away. Gerrard. And here's Van Basten. Rice. That has been cut short. And we've reached half-time. So your views on the first half?
Birmingham clearly have plenty of cause to be happy, Peter, but they'll need to resist the temptation to just sit on the lead second half. The opposition will be doing their utmost to try and get back into this, so they have to be alert.
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and 2 between them at half-time.
Substitutions taking place.
Here we go again. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Some resolute defending there. Bale has his eye on that match ball.
Well, I think he's got a great chance of ending up with a match ball, provided he doesn't get too carried away with his own personal target now. As long as he keeps working for his team, he should be fine.
Rijkaard. David Villa. Nice sequence of passes, this. Rice. Platini. Well timed, excellent interception. Now that's a lovely exchange. He's had a shot! And yes, it's there! The second half off to a spectacular start. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
We have got ourselves a game here.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Bale. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. He's looking wide. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Well, Jim, it is abundantly clear that the tone of this game has changed markedly within the last few moments.
Well, it has, because the deficit has now been halved, Peter, and because of that, it seems to have developed into some sort of shock for them, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they can take it on from here.
Now it's Van Basten, and he was quick to react. Tonali. That is ended up in no man's land. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Just eases him off the ball. Rijkaard. Messi. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
David Villa! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And again! They've got to be quick to recover this. Danger averted for now. Kaká. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Van Basten. There's the shot! Oh, it's hit the post!
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Tries a shot! Well, it was a nice setup, but not so good beyond that.
Vieri had the chance of finishing off a fabulous move. At least we saw some terrific high-tempo approach play.
And we have our very first corner. Platini goes short. And here's Platini. Can he finish?
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And here's Vieri. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Messi. Vieira. Now it's Vieri. And this is Bale. And it's Bale! Off the post! Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Vieri. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's Rice. Threads one in. Shoots! Goal! And surely now, the result's beyond doubt.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Goes for a shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are pulling clear here. A momentary lapse, and that's it. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.
Hello attendees, this is a Lost Children's announcement. Please keep your eyes on your children during the match at all times.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. It is quite a scene here in this grand Colosseum, bearing the name of the former president of its illustrious occupants, Estadio Antonio Vespuccio Liberti. But of course we know it much better as the Mas Monumental. And we're underway. Well, this is a guy who has pushed back the boundaries year on year. A brilliant maverick who just, Jim, seems to go on and on.
Yeah, he's simply the boss, Peter. Everyone else, including us, just a supporting cast in an act where he will always take centre stage.
The Zlatan show, Zlatan is the only star.
I'm not arguing.
And the shot! Goal! Argentina! So smooth, a signature finish.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Gone behind for a goal kick. Mohamed Salah. Rafael Varane. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And this is Ibrahimovic. It's Ibrahimovic! Goal! 2! And we've barely begun here. And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
Argentina are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Looking for a runner. Well, that pass isn't the best. And they've got rid. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Neither of these two want to come off second best. 2 down already, a nightmare start. It's played through for him. Varane did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Played into space out wide. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. De Gea breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
Mohamed Salah really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Marquez. Vinicius Junior.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Vieira. Threads one in. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Hullet. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Vinicius Junior. And he's made sure that's not getting through. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Argentina clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Almost half an hour in now. This looks promising. Ibrahimovic. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Oh, that's a fine interception.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Argentina deciding to turn to the long ball now, that is pretty evident.
Yeah, it is clear that they've decided to take a more direct route to goal now, but, you know, they can't just continue doing this and make it predictable. And importantly, they've got to look to win the second ball. If they do that, they should get right up the pitch.
Yeah, they really should. And it's Pirlo. Vinicius Junior. Vieri. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Nice looking ball. Rijkaard kept his eye on it, and he's there. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Pirlo. It's a searching pass. Vinicius Junior. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Pirlo, and that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Vieri, can he get it through? He's got away. And he's there to retrieve it. Vinicius Junior, the specialist in tearing teams apart. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Vieri looking to penetrate opposition lines. And the referee brings the first half to a close. How would you review the first half?
The boss is going to be disappointed with the way his team just switched off for those two goals. They'll have to take some risks now to try and get back in this game. And it's easier said than done, as we know.
Señoras y señores, en la pantalla se mostrarán los horarios de los trenes de todas las estaciones cercanas.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Ibrahimovic unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Strokes it. Chance! Wonderful from Ibrahimovic! A finish of true class! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff.
Look, that was a technical interaction of...
Mbappe!
Se está realizando un cambio.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
So is this the start of a comeback? And here's Mbappe. Mbappe! It's in! Just one in it now! The game takes on a whole new complexion! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
We have got ourselves a game here.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish.
La cantidad de espectadores de este partido fue de
Now it's Bullet.
60.810.
Can he get on to this? Mohamed Salah stood his ground strongly.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And this is Ibrahimovic. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. Well, this may not be the kindest angle for a direct hit. They're taking a moment to consider their options. Turns and goes back. And he shoots! Quality ball. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Bale. And it's Bale. Tonali concedes a free kick for that.
Se va a realizar un cambio.
So here comes a substitution. Vinicius Junior.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
And it's Bale. Now, what about a counter-attack? Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Out towards the flank. Great ball, and he's in here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Birmingham really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Pirlo showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And here's Ibrahimovic. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. It is a fair distance from goal. I'm not sure if he'll have a go. Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Número 3, Márquez. Número 11, número 10, número 8.
It's bounced back off the post.
Número 17.
Del
Número
Piero
22,
gets flagged
número
offside.
7, número 9.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Del Piero. And he was quick to react. Fermin. And here's Mbappe. Great vision. Good ball, good take. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. And this is Ibrahimovic. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Pirlo. Time is running out here.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
Leicester spots it and intercepts. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Fermin. And the pass is intercepted.
I thought it was going to happen then, How many more chances can they...
There could be trouble here. He's had a shot! Now that is commitment to the cause.
All the big boys are set for this. It's like land of the giants in there.
Fermin plays it short. And here's Lopez. Argentina are looking to go forward now. Throw it. That's been cut out, well played. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Thuram. Mbappe. Spread neatly. And it's Ronaldinho. Looking for options for movement.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Berry. Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. Now he's got space here. He is through here. And Del Piero! The whistle has gone and it is all over. A game of margins of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport. Sad in a way that somebody had to lose. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So we're up and running. Celtic have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Well, a system promoted by the rise of total football, Peter. The wider players in the front three are...
Can he finish? Good chance here!
Well, it's been a very attack...
Oh, they could be caught out here! Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Mohamed Salah. And it's mainly because of his frightening pace. He's a huge threat when he's running at defenders, but he's also proved in recent times that he's a top-class finisher. Opposition defences are going to have to be wary about playing a high line, because there's nothing this guy relishes more than space to run into, and once he gets there, he's gone.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation... Del Piero! Oh, now this is interesting, and the referee has pointed to the spot. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. So this the chance to fire his team in front. That is some save from De Gea!
Oh, once the save was made, the change to both mindsets could be hugely telling now.
No, he wasn't going to be fooled. And he cuts out the supply. It's a pretty loose pass. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Rijkaard gets a foot in here. And this is Del Piero. Thuram kept his eye on it, and he's there. And it's McAllister. Now it's Bale. Strokes it back. Oh, super ball! Oh, right place, right time. Cafu goes steaming forward. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Looking to play him in. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. Oh, the movement is slick. The speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Scholes. Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. He's got away. Oh, some tackle that. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. That has been cut short. Great vision. He's beaten the last man. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. McAllister, look at the space here. Oh, such a clever touch. And the shot! Vieri! Amazing! He's got himself an absolute peach. First blood drawn. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really...
And the shot!
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Now that's well seen too. Rafinha, well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Seedorf puts his foot on the gas. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Now that looks a decent ball. Rafinha pinches it off him. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Costa Curta did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Del Piero really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Now it's Vieri. Platini. Oh, just skips past his man. And this is Bale. Tries to pass it through. Expertly cut out. Really nicely done. Rijkaard. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Please turn towards
So
the
your
screen
views on the first half?
special
Well, I think
presentation
it's a case of
featuring
so
our
far,
guest
so
performers
good.
today.
The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, he refuses to take the bait. Scholes. And this is Del Piero. Costa Curta. Rijkaard. Now it's Vieri. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Can he get it through? Shot could be on. Chance! He scores! 2 up now, and they are cruising.
Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
And this is Del Piero. Seydor shoots! Goal! Complete awareness. He understood what was needed, and he executed it smoothly.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And this is Vieri. So 2-1 now, and things have got a whole lot more enthralling here.
Yeah, this is a real psychological test now that will tell us whether one side buckles and the other kicks on.
Now this could be a chance.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Oh, he's bustling through here. It's not an especially good pass, that. Celtic appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Substitution for Celtic. Number 18.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Number 7, Del Piero.
That is as far as they're going to go.
Coming on the field, number 20, Bergkamp. Number 21,
Well played,
Batistuta.
that has snuffed out the danger.
David
And he
Villa.
has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, good-looking ball. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
He's picked his way through. Goes for a shot! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Takes the shot! And that would have been game, set and match.
Oh, what a stunning save. Absolutely tremendous, and he's kept his team in it.
David Villa. Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. To square things up. That is some save from De Gea. And that could come back to haunt them.
Batistuta was already celebrating in his head and probably still can't process how the keeper denied him. What a stop.
Rijkaard tries to clear. And it's played forward.
Celtic really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Costa Curta. That's an imaginative pass. Can he latch on to this? Now it's Rafinha. Now it's Batistuta. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Now, can they get him away? Good ball, good take. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he?
That's a shade optimistic.
Birmingham really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here. Batistuta really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Now it's Batistuta. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe knocks it out wide. And that is that. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle.